"Mom's in the hospital," my sister Rachel said, her voice breaking over the phone. "You need to come home. Now." I was in the middle of a budget meeting in Seattle when the call came through. My assistant saw my face go white and immediately started rebooking my flights. "What happened? Is she okay?" My hands were shaking. "They're running tests. It's her heart. Amanda, please, just get on a plane. I can't do this alone." I left my laptop on the conference table, grabbed my purse, told my team I'd be gone for a few days, family emergency. I was on a flight to Phoenix 4 hours later. What I didn't know, what I wouldn't discover until it was too late, was that my mother wasn't in the hospital at all. She was at home, healthy, waiting for me to arrive so the real plan could begin. Let me give you context. I'm the oldest of 3, the responsible one, the one who moved across the country for a job in pharmaceutical sales and built a career that actually paid. My sister Rachel stayed in Phoenix, got married at 22, had 3 kids by 27, and worked part-time as a receptionist. My brother Tyler bounced between jobs and couches, always between opportunities. I visited twice a year, Christmas and summer. I sent money when they asked, help with Rachel's kids, help with Tyler's rent, help with Mom's property taxes. I was the stable one, the one with the good job, the one who could afford it. Or so they thought. What they didn't know was that I was barely holding on. My company had just announced layoffs. My position was safe for now, but my salary had been frozen for 2 years. I had student loans, a mortgage, a car payment. I was living comfortably, but not extravagantly, and I definitely couldn't afford to bankroll 3 other adults indefinitely. But I kept sending money, because family helps family, because I was the oldest, because saying no felt impossible, until the phone call about Mom's heart condition. I landed in Phoenix at 11 p.m. Rachel picked me up from the airport. Her eyes were red, I assumed from crying. She hugged me tight. "Thank God you're here," she whispered. "How's Mom? Can we go to the hospital?" Rachel called back, not meeting my eyes. "She's home now. They released her a few hours ago, said she needs rest and monitoring. I should see her tomorrow. She's sleeping. Let's go to my place. You must be exhausted." Something felt off, but I was too tired, too worried to push. I followed her to the car. When we got to Rachel's house, the lights were all on. Inside, I found my mother sitting at the kitchen table drinking tea, perfectly healthy, not a hospital bracelet in sight. "Mom?" I froze in the doorway. She looked up, surprised. "Amanda, you're here." I looked at Rachel, then back at my mother. "I thought you were in the hospital. Rachel said it was your heart." "Oh, honey, I'm fine." Mom waved a hand. "Just a little scare, nothing serious." "A little scare?" Joan jumped in quickly. "I may have panicked. You know how I get. But you're here now, and that's what matters. We've missed you so much." I stood there, overnight bag in hand, staring at my perfectly healthy mother and my sister who'd lied to get me on a plane. "How long were you planning to let me think she was dying?" I asked quietly. "Don't be dramatic. Sit down. I'll make coffee." I didn't sit. The truth came out slowly over the next hour. Rachel's husband had left her 3 weeks ago, moved out, filed for separation. She had 3 kids under 10, a part-time job, and no childcare. Mom had been helping, but she was exhausted and needed a break. Tyler had been staying with Rachel temporarily, which turned out to mean 5 months. He was looking for work, but hadn't had an interview in weeks. And they needed money. Lots of it. Rent, utilities, groceries, kids' activities, Tyler's car payment. "We thought if you came home and saw the situation, you'd understand," Mom said gently. "We need you, honey." "So you lied about a medical emergency." "We knew you wouldn't come otherwise," Rachel said defensively. "You're always so busy with work." "Because I have a job, Rachel. A job I just walked out of in the middle of a critical meeting because I thought our mother was dying." See? This is why we didn't tell you the truth. You make everything about you. I stared at her. Then I started laughing. It came out harsh and a little manic. How long, I asked quietly, how long were you planning to keep me here? They exchanged looks. Just a few weeks, Mom said. Maybe a month, just until Rachel gets back on her feet. A month? I stood up. I have a life in Seattle. I have a job. I have responsibilities. So do we, Rachel snapped, and we're family. You can work remotely for a while, help with the kids, chip in financially. Chip in? My voice rose. Rachel, I've sent you $18,000 in the last 2 years. I paid your car insurance for 6 months. I bought school supplies, Christmas gifts, summer camp. And we're grateful. Are you? I pulled out my phone, opened my banking app, started reading. March, $500 for groceries. April, $800 for ballet lessons. May, $1,200 for your AC repair. June, $2,000 for Tyler's car. We didn't ask you to keep track, Tyler muttered from the couch, where he'd been silent this whole time. You're right, you just asked me to keep paying. Mom stood up. Amanda, that's enough. We're family. We support each other. No, I cut her off. I support you. When's the last time any of you asked how I'm doing, whether I can afford this, whether I need help? Silence. My company is doing layoffs. I might lose my job in the next 6 months. I have $40,000 in student loans. My mortgage payment is $3,000 a month. I'm living comfortably, but not extravagantly. And I definitely couldn't afford to bankroll 3 other adults indefinitely. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. I can't believe you'd throw that in our faces when we're struggling. You lied to me. My voice was steady now. Cold. You fabricated a medical emergency to manipulate me into coming home so I could be your live-in nanny and ATM. Don't talk to me about struggling. I went to a hotel that night, blocked their calls, sat in a generic room with generic art, and tried to figure out what to do next. The next morning, I got a text from Rachel. The kids are crying. They miss their Aunt Amanda. How can you be so selfish? Then Tyler. Mom's really upset. The stress isn't good for her health. Then my mother. Please come back. We can talk about this like adults. I didn't respond. Instead, I opened my laptop and started documenting every Venmo payment, every cash transfer, every loan that was never repaid. I had 2 years of records, $31,000. Gone. I made a spreadsheet, dates, amounts, stated purposes. Then I added a column, paid back. Every cell was empty. I saved it in 3 places. Then I booked a flight home to Seattle for that afternoon. Before I left, I sent one group text. I'm heading back to Seattle. Going forward, I won't be able to provide financial support. I need to focus on my own stability. I love you all, but I can't keep doing this. Amanda. My phone exploded. Rachel, you can't just abandon us. Tyler, wow, really showing your true colors. Mom, Amanda Marie Hurt, you call me right now. I turned my phone to airplane mode and went to the airport. The first week back in Seattle was quiet. Then the emails started. From Rachel's kids' school, Amanda Hurt listed as emergency contact and financial guarantor. From Tyler's landlord, per your agreement to co-sign. From a credit card company, authorized user Amanda Hurt. They'd put my name on things for years without telling me. I called a lawyer. Her name was Patricia. She listened to everything, then asked one question. Do you have documentation? I have it all. Good. We're going to need it. It took 3 months to untangle myself from their financial web. Patricia sent cease and desist letters. We removed my name from every account, every lease, every authorization they'd forged or manipulated me into. The credit card was the worst. Tyler had racked up $12,000 in debt as an authorized user on my account, an account I'd added him to 5 years ago just for emergencies. He'd never paid a cent. It had been hitting my credit score for 2 years. We threatened legal action. The company agreed to remove the charges and correct my credit report. Rachel tried a different approach. She posted on Facebook, "It's hard when family abandons you in your darkest hour. I'm learning who I can really count on." She didn't name me. She didn't have to. Our aunts, cousins, family friends, they all knew. The messages started coming. "Is everything okay with you and Amanda? I heard about the situation. Family is so important. Maybe you should reach out to your sister. She's probably just stressed." I didn't respond to any of them, but I did send one email to every single person who'd reached out, BCC so they wouldn't see each other. The subject line, "The full story." I attached my spreadsheet, 31,000 in payments. I explained the fake emergency, the manipulation, the years of one-sided financial support, the accounts they'd opened in my name. I ended with, "I love my family, but love doesn't mean letting people exploit you. I'm setting boundaries. If that makes me the villain in their story, I can live with that." 12 people responded. 11 said some version of, "I'm so sorry, we had no idea." The 12th was my Aunt Linda, Mom's oldest sister. "I've watched your mother do this for years, to you, to others. I'm proud of you for finally standing up. If you need anything, I'm here." 6 months later, I got a phone call from Rachel. Not a text, an actual call. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. "Hey," she said. Her voice was small. "Hey." "I'm sorry." She was crying. "I'm so sorry, Amanda, for all of it. The fake emergency, the guilt trips, the money, all of it." I didn't say anything. "I was drowning," she continued. "The separation, the kids, the bills. I couldn't see past my own panic. And you were always there, always helping. So I took advantage. I know I did." "Yeah," I said quietly. "You did." "I'm starting therapy. My lawyer suggested it for the custody stuff, but it's helped me see a lot of things." She took a shaky breath. "I'm getting a full-time job. I'm budgeting. I'm learning to ask for help without manipulating people. I'm trying to be better." "That's good, Rachel." "I don't expect you to forgive me or send money ever again. I just wanted you to know that I see what I did, and I'm sorry." I looked out my apartment window, the Seattle skyline, my life, the one I'd almost given up to be their safety net. "I forgive you," I said, and I meant it. "But things are different now." "I know. I'm not your ATM. I'm not your emergency contact. I'm not responsible for fixing your life." "I know," she whispered. "But I'm still your sister, and if you ever have an actual emergency, a real one, you can call me. Just don't lie to me again." "I won't, I promise." We talked for 20 more minutes about the kids, about her job search, about my work. It was awkward, surface level, but it was honest. When we hung up, I felt something I hadn't felt in months. Light. I don't send money anymore. Rachel has called twice since that conversation, both times just to talk. Mom and I have coffee over video chat sometimes. She hasn't apologized. I don't think she will, but she stopped asking. Tyler and I don't speak. He sent one email 6 months ago accusing me of ruining his credit by removing myself from his accounts. I didn't respond. Last month, I got a promotion, Director of Regional Sales, 20% raise. I used the first bonus check to pay off my student loans, all of them, $40,000. Gone. I cried in my car in the parking garage. Happy tears, free tears. I texted Rachel a photo of the paid in full statement. She wrote back, "Amazing, so proud of you, sis." No request for money, no hint that I should share, just happiness for me. Progress. I'm rebuilding my savings now, planning a vacation, my first real one in 5 years. Maybe Iceland, maybe Japan, somewhere far away where no one needs anything from me except a postmark. I'm learning that boundaries aren't selfish, that saying no doesn't make you a bad person, that you can love people and still protect yourself from them. They tried to trap me in their emergency, their crisis, their needs. But I had an emergency too, a crisis of my own. I was drowning in their expectations while they watched from the shore. So I swam to safety, alone. And I'm still swimming. And for the first time in years, I'm not tired. So here's my question for you. Have you ever been guilted into sacrificing your own stability for family? How did you break free, or are you still trying?